Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me all right? Been using this to smack the anvil. We're live, all right. Stacy's bringing me something. That's you. Yep. Hey guys, we got a lot of things happening in the real estate market. That collapse, the market pullback. It turns out that real estate's not going to go to the moon like everybody thought. It's already at the moon. It's got to come back. Nothing goes straight up forever. Nothing. Not even gold and silver, even though it should, but it hasn't. Just give it time. Let me catch up on a few comments. Well, while we're waiting for people to get on, hit the like button, please. That would be awesome. I had a few people contact me and give me some information that is extremely important that everybody needs to hear. One of them is a builder. One of them is a lender. Two important people as the real estate market is collapsing. The builder says let me tell you like this. This man provides lumber and supplies to builders. He's saying his inventory is up 3x. And he's got 150 cent of builders, 50% less builders buying stuff. There's a glut. He's got a glut of supplies, just like Target. If you don't know, I'm going to put the story out Monday on the heels of a gold miner. I don't have it on the board anymore, but Target has a glut of goods as well. They've already projected that they're going to lose half of what they thought they were going to make because they've got too much crap. People are cutting out consumer discretionary spending. Discretionary spending is going down. And I mean, that's all the crap on the end caps and the stuff that you probably shouldn't buy as you're walking through the store to get some milk and some bread. And that stuff that's, sidetracks you. Oh man, I need that. That's going to work just right. People aren't buying that stuff anymore. Netflix is way down. Disney's way down. People are trimming the fat, mainly because food prices are going to the moon. And these people that are getting by just by this much are cutting that out. And that's the majority, not the fringe. So it's happening. We're in the thick of it. I know I'm missing some comments, but just give me a second. Okay. The next one, the lender. Interest rates are going up. The lender said that the ARM loans are going up with the higher interest rates. See, they put a little ribbon on top of these adjustable rate mortgages because they're cheaper. They would never hedge. They would never lock you in. Like if they made the 30-year interest rate the same as a 5-to-1 adjustable, it wouldn't be very attractive. You would just pick the 30-year. So they make it a little cheaper, and then they adjust it. Now just think about this. I can't understand why anybody would want to go into the Thunderdome. And I do refer to it as the Thunderdome. I was listening to Southern Prepper One, and he said, "Don't call it Mad Max." Well, everybody wakes everybody up different. I try to throw that analogy out there and get people to think about it. Wow, what do you mean the Thunderdome? Yeah, I mean, we're going to be hanging on the back of tanker trucks trying to siphon fuel out. It's going to be a little nutty. But, I get what he's saying, but everybody, some people need that joke. That's why I'm smacking the anvil with this hammer. I'm beating the anvil, trying to wake as many people up as possible because the housing market's falling out. I want to tell you a little story I want to tell you a story about my chickens too. I'm going to get to these comments in a minute. A 77-year-old woman called me yesterday I was on my way home, and this little old lady called me, and she said, uh, "Did you call me?" And I said, "No, I didn't call you." You know how the scammers will steal your number? They do it all the time to me. Somebody will call me and say, "Hey, I missed a call from this number." I said, "Well, I didn't call you. You know, I was. There's no way I could have called you." "Well, yeah, you did. It's on my caller ID." People steal your number and then they will call other people. So she called me and said, "Did you call?" I said, "No, I didn't." I could tell she had a sweet spirit, though. She was just so, you could tell. I could just tell she was a really kind older lady. And she said, I could tell she wanted to talk. I said, "Well, what are you doing?" I just kind of, "How are you doing? What's going on? Can I help you with anything?" She said, "Well, I've got a house and it's 4,500 square foot." My jaw dropped. I said, "Man, that's a big old house for an older lady." And it turns out her husband died last year. And I told her, "I saw your husband died." And we just kind of traded pleasantries. And she said, "And it's for sale." I said, "Well, I do that. I'm into real estate. How maybe I can help you." That's when she told me that she just had the house completely renovated and restored. She said, "It's so nice. I would love to move back in, but I'm getting so old. I need to move into an assisted living house." I said, "Well, I understand that." And then she told me what I hate to hear. "I really need to sell this house." I, she's motivated. This is the first motivated seller I've seen lately. Like, "I need to sell this house bad." And I was like, "Oh," it's like, "Well," and then I lead off. This isn't this isn't advice. Now, this isn't financial advice, but we're at the top, the tippy top. In my opinion, we're starting to crest over, and all of my stories here will justify that. I said, "So if you need to take a little bit less, take it now. Get." I don't give financial advice, but I kind of told her that in some terms where it wasn't financial advice. And she said, "Well, thank you." She said she was kind of thinking that. So it looks like, you know people's house, especially middle class, they think that's an asset. And tell me if you think it's an asset. Unless it's putting money in your pocket every month, it is not an asset. It is not an asset. Get that out of your head. It takes money out of your pocket. It's not an asset, because it can, even if it's going up in value and you think it's always going to go up in value, like a lot of people do, what's fixing to happen is going to shock you when interest rates go up higher than 6%, when they raise it again and again, trying to slow this crazy inflation that they do not have it. They don't have a grip on it. They think they've got all these bullets in their gun, and they got two: quantitative easing and interest rates. And we're already below zero. So that's all they got, and that's what they're going to do. This is just one story of one case that some little old lady needs her money out of her house to live in a retirement home. So take that for what it's worth. Let me get to some of you guys. I really like reading these comments. Get back up here. I'm going to start below my comment. Why tell people to start working for yourself, get more tax advantages? You've got to find a way to write your life off. We've got 5 businesses, and we write off everything. You've got to. Taxes are only going to get worse from here out. So you got to write off everything. Everything you do needs to be a write-off. Let's see. Yeah, I made Neil a moderator. If you don't want to be, let me know. I can do a donut with hydrogen. That's the only hydrogen. That's all the other alternative. All right. I don't get that one. Trust me, the self-employed get taxed to death. Yeah, but no, not true. They do get taxed, but nothing like the people that pay all the taxes. The police departments across the country need to go ahead and work towards converting all the cars to run on ammonia. That's the first I've heard of that one. Sure, sounds good. Wood gas, something. How about just good old oil? How about just drill some oil that's under our feet and turn it into gas and diesel and use it? God put that there for us to use. Use it. I don't understand that. Biden that's what he ran his campaign on. I'm going to cut oil off. I'm not going to have anybody drill on federal lands or offshore. We're going to cut it off completely. And here we are at $6 fuel, diesel fuel. It's killing the economy. It's nuts. That's what he ran his whole program on. His, whatever it is, his residency. What an ass. Honestly, he's just a pompous. Did y'all see my rant with Chevy Chase? I thought that's exactly the way I felt. And I thought he could do it better. I've had enough of the evil lies. They lie. Finally, I get so pissed off. I can't stand it. And all of them are the same. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. It's just over and over and over. To be a politician, you have to be a liar. You have to not tell the truth all the time. You can tell some of the truth, but not all the time. There's no way around it. Too bad they can't run their cars on methane coming out of DC. That's the truth. We'd have a lifetime supply, maybe 100 lifetime supplies. The police departments across the country need to take a hint from the U.S. military and start converting all vehicles to run on ammonia. I've already read that one. Let me get down here. Thanks, Catfish. Well, I'm way behind. Lie. Libertards are now saying nuke energy is green energy so they can charge the electric cars. Oh, yeah. That's the biggest case for uranium. I don't think we're there yet. I'm hoping Jack at Nobody Special Finance, he's a nuke. And I asked him to let me know when it's time to buy uranium because I got a little bit. All the miners I talk about, I buy usually. Yeah, all of them that I've talked about, I buy. They look good. After I go through them, they look good. When I talk about them, they look good. If they didn't look good, I wouldn't talk about them. Now, I'm not saying all of them are going to go up, but he told me uranium wasn't ready yet. So I took his word for it. He's pretty sharp, and I'm trying to wait. I'm taking little nibbles at it, but I'm waiting to make the big jump. They have tools to fix this shit, or so they think. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got enough brains to fill up a piss-ants motorcycle. My house is not an asset. My rent houses are assets. Oh yeah, I love rent houses. I cannot wait to get back to rental properties. That is one of my favorite pastimes. I love it. I love every aspect of it. Fixing them up, seeing the value in them, running the numbers, getting people over there and fixing problems. That's what I want to do, and I want to do it full time. I want to do it all the time, and I'm going to take you guys with me. I'm going to take Financial Prepper, and we're going to start fixing up. I want to own 100 rentals after this, because we're here. Nobody look, and I say that. I say I want to own 100 rentals. I want to prosper from this that's coming. I think the people that have money after this is over. And some people are saying, oh, it's never going to be over. It's the end of time. God's coming back. Well, people have been saying that forever and ever and ever. There might be one more time where the world doesn't end. Just try to think about that. Could it happen? Yes, it could be one more time. I'm going to try to prosper out of this. And if it doesn't work, I'll be using the bank's money and it won't matter. I'll be going to heaven anyway. I'll be raptured up. So try to, see the opportunity. Charles is gone. See y'all later, dude. All right, let's see. Joe Biden is old circus monkey. He is. He's so used to saying whatever they say. I mean, it's ridiculous. Their job makes them corrupt. Curtis, you're right. I'm not going to go on about it. I'll get mad. I'll be kicking stuff over. This will be a different kind of show. Where's silver going? To the moon eventually. Can y'all hear that? No, not a sound like it. Used to see people when they hold it in their hand for the first time. They can't help but know it's money. It's antimicrobial. You can trade it back and forth and doesn't pass disease. It just makes sense God put it in the earth for us to use as currency. And there's only so much of it, you can't print it. The Fed will never tell you that. They will push this stuff down forever. They will talk back. They will run this stuff down, and they will not ever let you know how much it goes into a Tesla car. Just know this stuff goes into everything. Everything that these green weenie libertards want to do, this stuff goes into. Electric cars, solar panels, computers, all of it. And people are buying it every day. Every day. First-time buyers are buying this stuff. Mainly silver. There is some people buying gold. Neil's big on platinum, palladium. You can buy whatever you want, but I'm a silver guy. It's the most undervalued asset on the face of the earth. It takes 83 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. Eventually, that will be up in the teens and possibly past. You don't know. We live in an environment where dog coin does good. People buy what's going up. Can you imagine when something physical that's hard to get to goes up? Think about it. Could be wild. Just read the newest batteries on the market. Oh, just so you know, Mr. Ray, I don't know when. That's the problem. We don't know when this is going up. It could be. We just don't know. If we go into some kind of deep depression, it might go down a little bit, but it's going to get harder and harder to find because there's only so much of it. And in the depression, they're going to be building electric vehicles, believe it or not. And they're going to charge it with unicorn farts and pixie dust. Not coal or natural gas. No, that's the devil. And we don't have the nuke plants built. So I don't know, but it's going to one day. That's why you should get it now. That's why I get it now. Just so you know, I was buying this stuff a long time before I ever started talking to you guys about it. Just read the newest batteries on the market, uranium, waste spotter, diamond. Oh, I don't know anything about that. Thank you. Chuck Norris said, leave a thumbs up or else. That's funny. Thanks, Tony. Tony makes me laugh every day. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Police policy. Lice policy, need to read the Constitution. Speeding tickets, driver's license, traffic violations, all fraud. Corporate bylaws, police deps are businesses. Police departments are businesses. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they've got a quota. Don't let them lie to you. All of them do. Hey, if you're just getting on here, hit the like button for me. I would really appreciate that. You'll never know how much it helps. MNJ, what's up? I really like you guys. I mean, people like MNJ, Tony, Curtis, Rusty, y'all are here every day. Stacy, my wonderful wife, Carl, all you guys, you make it worthwhile. That's all I can tell you. It's just, it's so much fun getting on here Friday night and discussing what has happened over the week. And sometimes I get involved with a comment. Somebody that hasn't ever left a comment, leave a comment for me and say first time. I'll call you out by name and answer any question you got. Maybe. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I missed some. They're driven everyone to inferior electric batteries are not quite there. They need to be, and electric cars are very expensive, not to mention child forced labor to collect cobalt. That's so true. In America, we do the opposite of what we should be doing, and we encourage other countries to work children to make our products. And we don't do that here because that's bad. We would never do that. But it's okay to encourage other countries to do that. That's why this shirt is made in freaking. I tore the Carhartt tag off of it, But I'm looking for a shirt that fits like this, that fits, that's not like a big bag in the USA. If you know of one, let me know. Mamas used to take silver coin, put it in the coffee cup, pour boiling water in the cup to leave the water, let the water cool, then drink the water. That's smart. It's a silver. You can shave this off. You can eat it. It will not hurt a human. This they used to put it in barrels of wine to keep it from growing stuff when they went across the ocean. This stuff it's really amazing. It's strange how much cool stuff it does. The best conductor of electricity. It's like it is ridiculously undervalued. Thanks for hitting the like button, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. Food was a deal 1 or 2 years ago. Now cash is king. Pile cash to buy cheap stuff. Hey, speaking of cheap stuff, have you noticed the glut of goods? Has anybody noticed it? It's starting to be very noticeable. Like, Target's got their thing, but it seems like it's stuff we don't need. Stuff that you can do without. Not like a cow, like beef. Just so you know, one share of Amazon will still buy a cow. Like, throw that out there. 1 ounce of silver, 1 ounce of gold will buy a cow as well. The Amazon stock, you'll have to pay tax on it. So, I don't know. It's close. It's close. It'll buy you one. It's a little bit, it's worth a little bit more than 1 ounce of gold, but just realize precious metals they're the most manipulated metal or anything. They're the most manipulated thing in the markets. The most. They cannot let this out of the bag. They cannot let it go. So if they do, it's all over for them, and they know it. Let's see. Ooh, man, it jumped on me. I hate that. I'm sorry. It jumps on me. And I miss you guys' comments, and you went out of your way to put them on there. I'm really sorry. It really jumped this time. China said to expect skyrocketing lithium since they cannot strike a deal with Ukraine. I wonder what kind of deal the Biden administration has on the lithium mines in Ukraine. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what kind of information we get from those people? And by the way, Carl, food's a deal now. I really do. I think you can buy food now and consistently beat the stock market. I've been saying this kind of stuff. I've had Jack on the channel talk about how he sold his stocks. I've made videos about how Elon Musk. I've made videos about all the elites are selling their stocks months and months ago, and it's like it happened. And everybody at work's like, my 401k is down. I tried to tell everybody. I tried my best, my absolute best. I have. If you watch this channel, and now here we are. Nobody listened. Now I'm telling everybody buy gold and silver because they're debasing the dollar, and it goes in everything that's good. And nobody's going to listen to that either. Well, you guys do, but I'm probably preaching to the choir. All right. Man, I'm sorry for you guys. I'm missing you. Thank you for your comments. I cannot get to all of them. Above my pay grade. Go check out Above My. Are you still making videos, man? I hadn't seen any notifications from you, but I've been so busy I hadn't seen anything. Military recruiting numbers falling off a cliff. Oh, that's awful. What else? Everything's falling off a cliff. My first time. Teresa Wagger. How you doing, Miss Teresa? Thank you for commenting. Welcome to the community. These are the best people ever. The people in this comment, in these chats, are the best people. And some people that watch that don't comment are the best people too. Just know that for sure. Share, subscribe. Thanks, Neil. I really appreciate that, brother. I'm late, but I'm here now. Hey, Skylar. First time, how's the pond coming? AJ, the pond is unbelievable. The pond, look, I could have bought silver, gold, whatever I wanted to with that money, but it seemed like my conviction was on the pond being a place to grow food. Like, why wouldn't you want a big pond you could go outside and eat fish on? And I know a lot of people can't because they don't have the resources or the land or the big ravine that I was blessed with. I bought that land over there for way more than I wanted to. I actually told them no the first time. I was like, why would I buy land that had a big ravine through it? But it turns out I can grow fish on it. I can grow fish, and I enjoy fishing. I used to love fishing. I don't anymore. All I do is create content and work like a Hebrew slave. But it's okay. This too shall pass. That's what everybody needs to know. If you're going through a hard time, it will go by. It will. I have had some jobs that would just. I worked in a shipyard one time. It was the worst job ever. I mean, ever. It was like this. I had to crouch down and crawl around all day and weld on the floor, and it was so awful. I can't imagine doing it again. But it passed. I got through it. I got paid, and I moved up. So if you're cleaning the porta johns at work or whatever you're doing that you don't like, it will pass. Just do your best. I wish I would have done that, a little more of that. Sometimes I didn't do that. Sometimes I just bitch, gripe, and moan and didn't do that. But if I would have done that, I would have moved up faster. You know, you grow up and you gain wisdom and how what you're looking back, you realize, hey, I should have done that. And you tell these younger guys, and they're not they already know everything, just like I did. I knew everything too. Thanks for everybody. Thank you. I got 177 people on there. Hit the like button, please. I will do my best to bring value. Okay. First time. Hey, Rich, where do you think the S&P is going to? Man, I am the wrong person to talk about that. But I'm serious. All I know is it was expensive a few months ago, and I was warning people to sell. I'm serious. It's that simple for me. When things look overvalued, I try to sell them. And when it looks really ugly and nobody wants to be a part of it, I'm going to buy it. That's it. If I need to look at stocks charts and that kind of stuff, I'll go check out Jack, and nobody special. I'll get him on here. If I see something and I know something's coming, I will find the resources and have them on here. But I'm not going to sit here and BS everybody and pretend like I'm some kind of stock chart guru kind of guy. I invest in precious metals. I invest in hard assets, real estate, rental properties, flipping trucks. It's really simple for me. It's not something somebody said or some kind of chart analysis or anything like that. No, I've already learned my lesson on that, and I lost a lot of money trying to day trade. So I'm out. So where do I think the S&P is going? I think it's going to look ugly. And when it looks really ugly and people have snot running out their nose, sniffing, just, I lost my retirement and my 401k, I'm going to buy. That's when I'm going to buy, is when everybody's just so sick and upset. I'm going to buy then. I don't know when that is. Maybe I'll let you know. Maybe when there's maybe a big silver bull on the Wall Street Journal or something. Silver's doing so good, and it's just because there's going to be a time when silver gets to a peak. That's hard for people to think about. But there's going to be a time when Bitcoin crawls out of the mud and it goes crazy. And when everybody's touting Bitcoin and talking about how wonderful it is and it's never coming down, I'm going to be buying the S&P. Even though Bitcoin kind of follows the stock market at the moment. It might be a way it's breaking. Sometime it might break away, but who knows, man? Short term, who the heck knows? Not that guy. I'm a long-term guy. It's the only way I know to be. Thank you, though, Rich. Gina, first time commenting. Started watching you a few weeks ago. Thanks for watching, Gina. It's awesome. Tony, thanks, Chris. But this isn't silent. Tony says something funny every day. I enjoy stupid humor, so it's good. Claudia Jones, first time, should we be getting a solar generator? And if so, do you know which one is good? MNJ, I'm reaching out to people to try to find out. Here's what I want. I want a unit. Here's what I want to say. Okay, this unit will run 3 refrigerators and some lights. I need somebody to help me with that because that's not my expertise. I know I need one. I know the materials are getting harder to get, and they're going to get harder to get. Right now we have a glut. It's probably the best time to get one. So somebody help me with that because that's not my area. But I know it's needed, and I really want to produce one, and I'll put it in the comments. When we find the best one, I've looked at several, but I don't. It's so hard to tell which one's the best. I am the worst about it. I'll analyze and mull on it forever, and there's down to about 3. I don't want to name any of them, but whenever I find the best one, I will have it. Hopefully next week I'll have it down. Help me with that, somebody. Let's see. Claudia Jones. Okay, that was the last one. Teresa Wagner, when do you start doing your cooking show? Okay, Miss Teresa. I don't know. Whenever I get time. See, it's so easy to cook. Like, what I try to do is put myself in the position of like a single father or a single mother in a prepping situation because I don't know what those people are going to do or legitimately already hurt for them. I have an ability to see things a little early. I'm not saying I'm some kind of Nostradamus or anything, but so far it's been a blessing to help people get ready and to know that we're having hard times coming and there's going to be people that are going to hurt way more than me. It makes me want to reach out and try to teach them how to cook because that's the way I eat every day. I eat prepper food every day, and I'm not talking about dried potatoes and stuff I don't want to eat. I ate the same thing. I ate eggs and oats in the morning. It's real simple. I mean, it takes me like 15 minutes to prepare my breakfast, and it's the first 2 meals of my day. I eat about 5 or 6 times a day. It helps me keep in shape, keeps my metabolism real hot. And then we're growing potatoes in the garden. So I'll go out there and dig up some potatoes, literally throw them in the pressure cooker. It's what is it called? Instapot. I'll take the pan out of the Instapot, put the potatoes in there, wash them with a garden hose in the pot, dump the dirty water out, wash them a few times, all the dirt's off them. I'll stick them in the pot, in the Instapot, turn it on for, I can't remember, 20 minutes or 15 minutes. It depends on how big the potatoes are. And it's like 6 potatoes or 7 potatoes in it. That's several meals because that's your carbohydrate. So wait a minute. Now you need protein in a fat. So get your hamburger meat because, look, if you guys can't afford it, beef is cheap right now. I know it sounds expensive, but later on, 10,000 cows died yesterday. We estimated. I don't know. I didn't cover that story. It's all over the place, though. It's like 2,000 or 3,000, estimated 10,000. I don't know where they get that number, but there's all this kind of stuff is coming. And the biggest problem with beef is the food, what they're eating, the hay, the grain, all that stuff. It's going to be non-existent. So beef is going to be a supply and demand thing. If you don't have it, try to secure one now. I know they're even hard to get processed. When a cow is born, they get a processing date. It's down. We're a year out, sometimes more than that. So go ahead and start looking now, and then you'll have beef in your freezer. Like I said before, if you've got a share of Amazon stock, I'm not sure what Amazon is at right now, but it should cover most of your freezer and all of your cow. And you'll have a year's worth of beef in your freezer for your family. And somebody could tell me that's wrong. Tell me if I'm right. Is that right? What do you think? I mean, that's legit what I think. So you can cook up some meat real fast. I don't put anything on it. I like to use salt. And you can cook some beans. So you've already got your rice going. Rice is simple and easy to make. I keep it in a rice cooker all the time. It's just sitting in there. Just good fresh rice in a Japanese rice cooker. So now I've got potatoes, rice, beans, beef, and I can make whatever I want. So I don't put anything on the food. It's just raw food ready to go. That way I can have barbecue, or I can have ketchup, or you can flavor it however you want. And sometimes I just like salt on it. And the best part about the way I eat is you don't get fat and sick unless you overeat. If you're going to make me sick, or you're going out to eat every day, and you know good and well, if you're eating that crap, after you eat it, you feel bad. Whatever you're eating, if you eat and then you feel bad, you know right then your body hates it and it's hurting you. Just remember that, because I used to do that. I did that too. I wanted to make me sick every morning. I did all that. I ate ice cream every night. I got fat pictures you wouldn't believe. When I started to cook my food, it got easier and easier and easier. And I started getting in shape. And then I dialed in my diet and figured out what to do. And now I can stay in shape. So prepper food doesn't have to come out of some powdered milk or something you don't really want to eat. There's a lot of people buying jugs of crap that they're not going to eat. Yes, they'll eat it in a hard time, or it's on the shelf. I'm buying the same food I'm eating every day. I put rice in a vacuum sealed bag, stack it up, use the one off the front, buy more rice and stick it on the back. Keep a year's worth of food. You don't have to keep a year's worth of food if you don't want to, but just try to start it a week, and then go to 2 weeks, and then double it. Go to a month. It gets easier and easier, because you're like, when you start doing it, I'm getting ready. I'm ready for the collapse, because I very well could be wrong. I'm hoping we're having a little bit of prosperity after this collapse, but it might be the big one. It might be we're trading in guns and butter, and I hate to talk about that kind of stuff, because I really hope we're not doing that. But if it is, you'll be ready. So the moral of that story is, have everything you need as best as you can. And whatever you don't have, create relationships and try to provide value to the people that have it. All right. So I guess the long-winded answer was, when do I do my cooking show? As soon as I have time. Okay. Hey guys, tuning in late, clean up trees for the storm this afternoon. First time, need to build new refineries. I couldn't agree more. Our refineries are falling off a cliff. Hey, I got a super chat. James P. I'm buying food and I am not going to eat beans and rice for the in-laws. I'm buying food I'm not going to eat. Beans and rice for the in-laws while I eat beef and pork and chicken. Good for you, James. I appreciate the comment, man. The super chat. It's awesome. The in-laws are going to eat beans. They're going to be gassy in-laws. First time, need to build new refineries. You're right. Thank you, Fast Lane. Teresa, Ugg Monk is made in the USA. Ugg Monk. Is that a shirt? Baggy clothes will make one look like they're starving in apocalypse. True. You can make colloidal silver. Colloidal silver. How does that help me? True classic teas. All right, I'll check those out too. First time. Hey, Big John. I knew a Big John one time. I really like that guy. He's dead now. Now I know another one. Big John 95. How low do you think gold and silver will go before it goes to the moon? Woo! That's a good one, man. It could go to 16. I don't think so. But that's like way, I don't know. It's so hard to say because we live in the Thunderdome. I never thought oil would go to negative $40 a barrel either. So I really try to keep an open mind on how far silver might go. The problem is the premiums like to come up. That when silver dumps out, people are not going to sell their silver for a cheap price. They're just going to hang on to it because they know it's going to go up. So the premiums are going to go up. So it depends on how much they spoof the market with fake paper. If they're spoofing the market with fake paper, and just so you know, SLV is a derivative of silver. They're selling silver they don't have. If you've got silver in the stock market, then there's like 300 people that own the same ounce, period. That's the way it is. So just know that. And if you don't hold it, you don't own it. You can have it vaulted. If you do Miles Franklin, if you've got a big chunk of money and you're, if you've got a couple $1 million in your 401k or $1 million or 500,000 or something, and you feel like it's going to go down some more, and you have, or your IRA, and you can do a self-directed IRA, you can take it on yourself to take control of your life and roll it over into physical silver and vault it. If you vault it, you can do that. Now, the government, what can they do? Can they get my gold and silver? Yeah, maybe, but what's your stock market going to do? We just don't know. We don't know. So I just hate to see most everybody I know lose everything you got. And I talk to them all the time and say, oh, I'm not losing any of my money. I'm just losing money I made. Well, they're not thinking about inflation either. So why not take some of the money you made and turn it into physical precious metals? I don't understand that. I really don't. I try to see everybody's perspective because every man I meet is my authority in some way. Everybody I meet can teach me something. And I try to take from them whatever they know, because they'll usually offer it. And I really admire just about everybody. I really try to do that. But I don't understand that one. I can't eat it. That is like the dumbest. I can't get that one. It's like loops in your ears or sagging pants or, I don't understand those things. I'll never get it. No, you can't eat it. You can trade it for the currency that we're using. Done. You can trade it for whatever you want. There's always a buyer for precious metals. There always been for the history of time. For some reason, people think there won't be a need for precious metals in the future. It's really weird to me. Let's see. My hubby loves Ugg Monk. I'll check him out. Ugg Monk. I need to screenshot that or I'll forget. I like Morgan's. Maybe Walter, Mr. T. Mr. T. Oh, wait a minute. Something's going on. Mr. T. Good you were attached. That means you have respect for the animal. Each time we dispatch ours, I don't know what's going on here. All right. Hi, guys and girls. Hey, Regina. Hey, Mr. T. You know that you have a great meat and far better life than beef at the store ever. Okay. I don't know who Mr. T is, but he's in the comments. I must have missed his thing. His comment. Carl. One EBIG during a depression, AOC and Corn Pop. Corn Pop will want people to live free in rented homes, just like the pandemic. That is true. Hey, there is a legit risk for having rental properties, but I'm going to have them. I'm going to take the risk. It'll be a calculated risk. Stack, stack, stack after prepping. Good. That's a good after prepping. Don't buy gold and silver until you think you've got enough food. It's hard. It's hard for me to say that because I had gold and silver before I had enough food. So I just don't want to see anybody go hungry. And if you're going hungry, you're going to trade whatever you got. And you're going to trade your gold and silver for a cheap price. So I think there's going to be a really, really bad time. Just so you know, and we talk about this a lot, I feel like there's going to be a really, really bad time, and then it's going to start to kind of get better. So if you can get through that really, really bad time, by the time it starts to get better, gold and silver might be going up, like leaps and bounds because they're going to print the money into the atmosphere, and the other countries aren't going to want it. It's going to be hard. It's hard for me to believe that any country would want our dollar. They don't want it now. They're getting out of the petrodollar as we speak. They're doing everything they can to get away from it. It's going to be even harder for me to believe they want it after we debase it more. I mean, it's broken. After 2008, they manipulated how we print money, and now it's a lag time. But the collapse started back then. The economy's on life support back then. Now we're starting to reap the benefit, the punishment, I should say, of 2008. So we're getting close. Stack it to the rafters. Colloidal silver can be made with a battery silver. Battery silver, there are videos of it on YouTube. Colloidal silver is amazing. Food, skin conditions, viruses, etc. It's amazing stuff. Cool. I'll check it out. Alaskan Pepper does a great job on solar generator videos. I'll check him out too. I actually watched him a little bit. He seemed like a genuine fellow. It's different timing now. Preps first, then stack now. Think we will be fighting over roadkill. You're going Mad Max, man. You're going Thunderdome. I don't know. I know a guy that thinks there's going to be a problem with cannibalism. And he's a super smart individual. Like enlisted officer. Like a really smart guy thinks there's going to be a problem with cannibalism in big cities. So I don't know how bad it's going to get. All I know is to be prepared for it. And buy whatever you can to hedge your wealth. How will it get better? How's it been getting better? I mean, if they revalue gold, it gets better. They could bring some value back to the dollar like that. They could. That's really about the only way I know how it could get better. They could limp it along somehow. I thought this thing was going to die a long time ago. I really thought the economy was going to die. After 2008, it didn't die. 2020, everything looked really bad, and they started up the money printer. When they started that stimulus stuff, I thought, oh, here we go. We're going right now. And it didn't happen. So they could probably do this for a while and get away with it. And I think they got one more good one left in them. Maybe two. You don't know. I would just hate to be wrong. I would hate to be holding everything balled up in a hard knot. Just, oh, it's over. Right now it's over. And then the stock market goes to all-time highs. Gold miners go to the moon. Everything goes ballistic again and miss out on it. See, I missed out on the last time, most of it. After it collapsed in 2020, I balled up in a hard knot and I braced. And they blew the top off. Well, they're blowing it off right now. They very well could do that again. Remember Venezuela. Just try to think Venezuela or Weimar Republic or anything like that. The inhabitants sold their houses. They sold their assets because they were going up in value, because they were expensive. But it kept going up and it kept going up and it kept going up. So hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of some of that. But like I said before, this might be the last time, and I'm going to be prepared for that as well. So I'm kind of easing in, and I'm not a binary kind of guy. I think crypto is going to go to the moon too. Where's Mark the Silver Shark? He'll be in here. Cryptos, they're bad. They're fake, fugazi. Yes, they are, but people buy them. People buy things that are going up. That just like silver. The same people that buy dog coin that is nothing, absolutely zero, can be printed out of thin air for eternity. The same people that buy dog coin are going to buy silver at $100, $200, $300, $400 an ounce because it's going up. They're going to FOMO in, and I'm telling you right now, call that number on the board if you're interested. I really don't want to make these live streams of me selling things. That's not what I want to do, but we can usually beat anybody's price, and it might get a little cheaper, but I just don't see how. I don't see how it could get any cheaper. I'm sure it will, because I'm always wrong, but who knows? I would hate to not have any. That's all I'm saying. That's the same with crypto, though. I feel better having crypto than not, because XRP and XLM, I'm trying to get in the in the row of what the government's thinking. What are they thinking? Do they want to send payments across continents for less than a penny, or do they want to use the SWIFT system? You know, we're moving along in this metaverse, ESG. We're moving that way, whether we like it or not. And, here we are. MJ, you sent me a super chat and it went somewhere. I don't know where it went. I was going to get to it. I'm sorry. It's different timing now. Preps then. Okay. Where are we at? Concerned about CBDCs. How will PMs help? What do you mean? You'll trade it for your CBDC? You'll trade it for the whatever. Look, nothing's for sure, but that's the way it's been forever, since the dawn of time. There's been over 600 currencies. There's been more than that, but there's been over 600 currencies that we know of that we can grab and feel that have collapsed. And people went to things that were hard to get to, valuable things that are only so much of. There's only a finite amount of whatever item it is. And it just so happens, silver and gold, there's only so much. You can't print it. So that's like the natural thing to do is go towards that. That's the way I look at it. If somebody can see it different, some people like fine art. I wouldn't know fine art from bad art. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I know this stuff is 83-1 gold. So it's really kind of a no-brainer for me. But some people see things differently. Land is the problem with land is I don't ever recommend buying anything that you can't make cash flow. If it doesn't spit out money, I try not to buy it. I'm serious. My trucks are old and they got a bunch of miles on them. But land is hard to cash flow because they can tax you out of it. Just try to keep that in mind too. A lot of people hold gold and silver so they can pay their taxes, because the only thing for sure in life is higher taxes and death. Okay. One Europe, EVIG. One EVIG. Europe is collapsing. Look east for what's coming. Ooh, see, it always happens somewhere else first. That's the problem. It always happens somewhere else first. Most of the time it's California. Last time it was China. I was telling everybody I could see and find what was going on in China. I had coronavirus way before it got here. And I knew it was something I'd never had before. I started doing research, found out what it was, and I started telling everybody. They told me I was crazy, which is nothing unusual. And then I'm right. And then it's like, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about now. And then I'm right again. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like a perpetual thing. But I mean, oh, Neil's World. Neil, I watched your video. Everybody that's on here, hit the like button first. Thank you so much, because you're new and you're hanging out with us. And everybody in the comments are awesome people. And even the people that aren't commenting are awesome people. And if you haven't commented, tell me it's your first time and I'll address it personally. If I missed you, I'm sorry. It happens. Neil, here's what to do. And if anybody else wants to start a YouTube channel, here's what I want you to do. You've got to go. You've got to turn the camera on and go. If you're walking around and you're, hey everybody, this is me, and here's this. And you really got to have something to say, because there's so much on the internet to distract people. If you don't get out what you have to say in the first 5 seconds, they're going to the next video. Well, we're there, and it's going to get worse, because Gen Z is worse than I am, and I'm pretty bad. So if you got to catch people, you got to go. And I'm bad about it too. Nobody wants to hear your commentary too much. I know that's really hurtful, and it was for me too. But whatever you got to say, just get straight into it. No intro or nothing. So if anybody wants to start a YouTube channel, I'll help you after you make 30 videos, unless you bring me some kick-ass story, and then I'll have you on the channel. And I want to help you, but the worst thing I can do for you is to help you early before you're ready. If you're not ready, and somebody says, hey, subscribe to this channel because I said so, and people subscribe and they don't watch your videos, it's like a death knell. So I want to help you, but my help is going to be on my terms because I want the best for you. Hope that helps, brother. Okay. Crypto was created by the NSA and the CIA. I don't doubt that. Doesn't mean people won't buy it and won't go to the moon. Is there any rebuttal to that? The government is thinking the ISO 2022 complement cryptocurrencies. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Let's see. I have said that the years, let's see. My grandfather was Nicaraguan and worked for the overthrown government, and the government takeover came in and people moved into our family homes and they took them over. That would be unbelievable. I can't imagine that. Just like I can't imagine what's going on in Ukraine. Making the men fight that are there. Somebody came to me and said, you got to fight because I said so. I'm not. Whew. Uh-oh, it jumped big time. Shoot. Thank the Lord they all got out alive. They lost everything. It seems like deja vu here in the USA as what happened there. Claudine, oh, man, I hope everybody, maybe I should read that again. His grandfather's Nicaraguan. They were overthrown by the government. The government took over, and the people moved in their family homes. Oh, that is just too nutty to think about. I hope that's not going to happen. I hope the people in America are armed and cannot give up our rights, guys. That right there, that's it. You cannot give them up under any circumstances. I'm not going to go too far on it because you know why, but just know when that happens, it's over. They can do whatever they want. Are you going to be on the metaverse? You better not eat Japanese rice when you go out. Cajun rice is in your face. This is true. Guys, we're in the metaverse now. This is the metaverse. I know it's hard to see. YouTube's been around for a while. But YouTube, in my opinion, is morphing into social. That's what it's all about. It's about, I know you're supposed to put the goggles on. I've never had those on my head. I don't ever plan on putting them on my head. And I was saying I wasn't going to, but I might have to. If I have to do that to get on here and visit with you guys, and it's better and I can reach more people, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to hit the anvil. I'm going to call it the Thunderdome, Mad Max. I'm going to do whatever it takes to help and do what we do. And if that's what it takes to put that stupid headset on and get out of this world and into the metaverse, that's what I'm going to do. But this is the beginning stages of the metaverse. We are communicating via the internet. You're watching me. We're talking, live streaming, and this could be the same way with a headset on and we could actually see each other. Right now it's emojis. Eventually one day it'll be something else. Now, God forbid it's an implant in your brain. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any kind of mark or code or anything under my skin in the right arm or the forehead. I'm not doing that. Don't get me wrong. But, I think it all goes hand in hand. And however I got to reach people is what I'm going to do. But yeah, this is the metaverse now. We're just in the beginning stages of it. I'm not buying land in the metaverse or anything like that. I think that's a con at this point. Might be one day. And no, I usually buy Cajun rice or rice from Stuttgart where my brother-in-law lives. I got some NFT I made that I'll give you a great deal on. Okay, thanks, man. I've been on Wastebook a few times since the 6th of this month. Yeah, I'm only on there to share these videos. I shared. Is anybody on my Facebook from here? Is anybody coming here from Facebook? I shared this video to see if anybody would come on. And I don't know if it works or not. Facebook killed my algorithms, and they told me they were going to. We shared a video that the YT said no about back when the woohoo bat flu was coming up, and they didn't want anybody to know about it. And we shared it to Facebook, and they shut us down. My wife used to get several hundred likes and comments on a dog video. She gets one or two. They will shut you down. They will, if your algorithms die, the things that push you out, you can make the best video in the world warning people about the apocalypse or whatever. And if it doesn't get shared, if the algorithms don't push it out to the next person, you did nothing. You've done nothing. So I've got to be careful. Keep that in mind. And guys, I've been on here for an hour. I'm going to go a little bit faster. I don't mind keeping on going. You guys are awesome. China and Russia, Korea, more will join them. How bad will it get? The Bible tells of globalism, Antichrist. If the bad stuff happening now is the final push to get his worldwide control, then it is going to get real bad. Yeah, but we don't know. You just don't know. You don't know that. I mean, the Antichrist could be alive right now. He could be 30 years old right now. I would have a hard time believing he was 5 or 10, or not born. Seems like there's too many things coming into place. But, I don't know. I'm not a time guy. I'm smart enough to be not a time guy. There's so many people. You can look, just get on Facebook and look up prophecies. There's people have prophetic words from God every day. I don't believe it. Sorry. Man does not have time. I just don't. Maybe somebody can tell me different. I do believe there's a few that have had it and they lost their life before they got it to see it come true. Before they got to see it come true, they lost their life. I'm leaning towards that. And some of you know what I'm talking about. 1 gram of gold value. I don't know. December 2019. I knew it was coming. I did too. It jumped on me. I'm gonna jump down. I paid cash for my land. Taxes have been minimal. I have now turned into a minor moneymaker. Cool. Okay, so this is second time I'm here. For the first time to a new channel. This has a fan base, and I've never heard of it. Pay attention. Attention. Joseph, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Yeah, this is the community. The people in the comments are awesome. And there's a lot of people that are watching right now that are awesome as well. And you got a treat before. So we raised some chickens, and I've got one that looks like an eagle.
Here's 2.
Here's the eagle. Let me see the eagle looking one. Does that chicken look like an eagle? Maybe we got an eagle.
This one look good.
So we got some muddy looking chickens. Hey, chill. Hey.
They're getting big.
Are those the muddiest looking chickens you ever seen? That one's cool looking. Looks like a hawk, maybe.
Oh, they're getting big.
They're getting really big. The incubator worked really good. But
Come on, baby. Let me see the baby.
She sit on my finger?
Yeah, they'll sit on your finger. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. How about that? All right. Later on, maybe it's a turkey buzzard. Okay, guys. I appreciate you being here, Joseph. Get in here and look, there's some tremendously valuable information on the Telegram. It's Financial Prepper 318. No, Financial Fitness 318. And I don't know how to change the name, but go check it out. The chat is amazing. MNJ is pretty much running the show over there. Trucker Boy, there's several people that are really putting out some awesome information. And anybody that can, I'm talking about where to get your antibiotics from and just so many good things. Let's see, chicken hawk. It does look like a chicken hawk. But do they identify as chickens? Anonymous Annie, beautiful little fellas. Good night, all. All right. Good night, Miss Mary. Thank you for being here. We raise game, chickens, groceries, corn pop, Adam Schiff. All right, guys. I'm out. Have an awesome day. Evening. I will see you tomorrow. Later.